Hello, welcome to EFR 510, Introduction to Qualitative Research Methods. I'm Dr. Cheryl Hunter, and I'm the instructor for this course. Below you'll see some of my contact information, my phone number for my office, but I do prefer email. It's the best way to contact me. I'd also like for you to note that you need to make sure that you read the entire syllabus, which is available on the Syllabus tab in Blackboard. So let's get started. EFR 510 is an introduction to qualitative research methods. It has several goals. We'd like to provide you with the experience in doing basic qualitative research in a classroom or some type of social setting. We'd like for you to undertake supervised fieldwork in conjunction with the study of the theory and methods of naturalistic and interpretive research. We hope that you gain familiarity with participant observation, in-depth interviewing, transcription, and data reduction and analysis. Please keep in mind the goals of our course. The goals of EFR 510 are to give you both the content and the skills necessary to familiarize yourself with qualitative research. It's important for you to know that if you plan to do qualitative research for a dissertation, that advanced qualitative coursework is required. We've organized EFR 510 with the goal of providing you the opportunity to walk through a qualitative research project as an example of how to ethically plan, implement, and write qualitative research. But please be aware that your particular dissertation research, planning, implementing, and writing are not executed within this particular coursework. All of those elements happen with your advisor and within your dissertation credits. We have specific course learning goals, and they are to describe the qualitative research design process, including ethical considerations, to apply the concepts such as thick description, low inference vocabulary, focus observations, site mapping, and the write-up of field notes from an observation. To interview and transcribe interviews. Transcription, I bet, will be one of your favorite things. Practice basic analytic procedures, such as using coding, themes, and categories to organize analysis. And of course, we'll be using qualitative software for basic analytic procedures on the data that you collect. Probably what you want to know most about right now are both the texts and assessments. So we have several required texts. First is the APA publication manual. Your final written product will be required to be an APA, so this is a very important and very helpful guide. Maxwell's Qualitative Research Design, Glessney's Becoming Qualitative Researchers, Ralston's Reflective Interviewing, A Guide to Theory and Practice, and of course, a lot of other readings will be available on Blackboard. We also recommend a copy of Strunk and White, The Elements of Style, to help with writing. But what you're probably the most interested in are the different assessments that are required in this course. Thick description write-up of field notes in an observational setting, 2 hours of transcribed interviews, coding schemes and thematic analysis audit trail, a narrative write-up of your findings, and lastly, a presentation of your findings. There are also some training modules that are going to be very helpful as you undertake your qualitative research. First of that is city training. The protection of human subjects is a first and foremost concern of any social research. So we require you to go through the city training manual. So before you begin, I would recommend familiarizing yourself with the UND, IRB, or Institutional Review Board website. You'll need to complete the IRB training modules and submit your scores to receive a certificate of completion. This does take several hours, but also you can do this in stages. You'll need to attach the certificate and send it to me via email. We'll also be using Atlas TI qualitative software. Atlas TI, there is a student rate and a free trial version available, but it's also available on Citrix, which allows up to 20 students access at any one time. Before we get into the Atlas TI part of the program, Atlas TI website offers 15 very useful tutorials, and I would highly recommend watching these before we begin our data analysis part when we meet face-to-face. Please read my specific policies in the syllabus, but of course the most relevant to you might be my late work policy. Late work must be submitted on the assigned due date in a scholarly and professional manner and by 5 p.m. Now, if you're anticipating any types of computer glitches, being the victim of street crime, A general lack of planning, a Senate filibuster, any types of embarrassing messages from mom on your Facebook account, seeing your new brother-in-law on Cops, any unanticipated appearances on Maury Povich, your potential selection for Survivor, any type of general suburban malaise, the paralysis of analysis, trouble with your accelerator pedal, loss of hope in choosing a dissertation topic, the shame of buying a Justin Bieber CD, generally losing your qualitative mojo, or anything else that you might anticipate interfering with your completing your writing on time, I'd recommend getting your work started early. All right, now the question is, are you ready to begin?
I'm not afraid.
Good. You will be. You will be.